Rode has graciously sent over the NT1 Signature Series studio condenser microphone for us to take a look at. This just released. When this video releases, this is now live to be able to be purchased, and they sent one over for us to take a look at prior to launch to test out and see how it goes. So today we're going to unbox it. I'm going to show you what's inside the box. We're going to plug it in to the Rode Streamer X. We've already covered this interface before, but it is phenomenal for everything that it does. We're going to plug this into the MacBook. We're going to get some sound settings and give you my thoughts on a studio level condenser microphone and if it should be used something in your setup. Honestly, I'm curious to see if it can replace my SM7B. Let's get into it. All right, no overhead cam today, so we're just going to unbox it together. It does say that it includes an XLR cable, and I do love the branding. Anything Rode, like the Rode Pod mic, it's all very similar. A sleeve with an inner box. Here's the inner box if you want to go ahead and take a look at it. They shipped this in black, but they also are going to have in the future some other colors that you can get this mic in, especially if you're a content creator and you want to kind of have some pizzazz. You don't have to use black. So the other colors, while I'm saying that, are blue, red, pink, green, purple, and black. So all of those colors is what this microphone will be able to be purchased in. They might not be ready at launch, but again, blue, red, pink, green, purple, and black. As mentioned, we only have the black version today, which is fine because, you know, gamers are minimalist in some ways. All right, so let's go ahead and pull some of this stuff out. It's got four boxes inside. And we'll just get all of those out, unbox them, move this one out of the way. All right, number one, I believe this is the actual shock mount for it. It says it is the SM6. We'll go ahead and get this out and show you what we got. All right, looks like we got a pop filter right here, as well as the actual cage right here for the microphone. So you can actually have a suspended mic and not get desk noises. Also gonna get this pop filter off of here, which has a really interesting screw-in piece. Really neat. Let's keep going. All right, next is a box right here. However, it feels empty, and that it is. Come on, guys, empty box. At least give me some Rode merch or something in there. All right, next. I literally said, give me Rode merch, and in the next box is a sticker that says, I love Rode. That is amazing. There's a blue ring in here, and then they obviously sent over a nice XLR cable, guys. This is a beefy cable, probably like 20 feet. Rode branded. It just looks like a normal Rode cable, black. I have a red one, which is actually powering this this microphone that I'm currently using. Really nice cable so far. Let's keep going. I want to see the mic, the sticker, guys. The sticker. And then here is the actual mic. It says Rode mic, and it doesn't have any other labeling on there. Let's see what this mic looks like. Now, I do know that the NT1 is an infamous mic. It's been around for a long time and has gone through many iterations. They said that this is going to be the cheapest 5th generation microphone. That means that basically this is best in class for what you can get. All right, so here's the mic itself. I'll go ahead and show you. It is just a black body with a silver top. You can actually see the diaphragm in the top right there, just as it comes through with the light. And on the back, it does say Rode NT1. And this is an XLR only microphone. This does not have USB. And you can see that here in the bottom, it is an XLR only mic. I think they sell a version. Correct me if I'm wrong. My editor will say yes or no if I'm a dingus. But this one's just XLR to get the top of class, what they say is top of class condenser mic sound out of it. So, all right, and then obviously I love the little buttons here. Everything Rode has these things on it, and it's nice to see that branding be consistent in every mic. Now, I have so much. I have the pop filter, I have the actual cage right here, the shock mount, and the mic. I guess we have to build it. And as with anything Rode, if you've ever played with a Rode Pod mic, it's heavy, which is a good thing and also a bad thing. So if you have a cheap mic arm, it might not fit well on the cheap mic arm. However, I do have a mic stand here, and I even have a boom mic arm for us to be able to test out sounds on to see how much desk noise you're going to get compared to how much you're going to get on a boom arm. And I guess we're just going to go ahead and continue to screw this on. All right, that will need to be adjusted. It looks like this one right here is probably for the pop filter itself, and this one will actually attach to the base. Now you might ask, hey Brandon, what if I don't like that pop filter and I don't want to use it? Well, don't use it. But this diaphragm, the actual covering over the diaphragm, it just has a protective metal top, and then it has some small like corrugated metal. Anyway, I don't think that it's going to provide a whole heck of a lot of protection from plosives, but if they're including it in the box and they're including a nice one in the box, it's probably because it needs it. It is a heavy mic, guys, and Everything else so far, everything is metal, okay? So these pieces are metal, the handles are plastic. Obviously the shock mount is metal. You have these right here to be able to keep it from absorbing sound. Everything's metal, which is nice, and that's probably why it's heavy. So why don't we go ahead and put the shock mount on here that says Rode so beautifully on it. All right, that is attached. It definitely says Rode. It is front heavy. Like, if I barely touch this on this stand, it's going to tilt. That kind of freaks me out. Maybe I'll lower it down to kind of get its center of gravity a little bit lower. I'm gonna tilt it back a little bit to redistribute some of the weight. All right, and there it is. There's the Rode NT1 Studio Condenser mic. I'm ready to plug this into the Rode Streamer X, and let's go ahead and get the sound that you're going to get out of this mic. It does require 48 volts because it is a condenser microphone. I'm gonna test it in a bunch of different ways. We're gonna test it kind of up close like this. If I were to use it like streaming, I'm about 6 inches from the capsule. I'll do about 12 inches, 2 feet, and then I'm gonna go right up on top of it. And then I am gonna put it on the actual boom arm. I'll probably flip it upside down. Not that that's gonna change anything. Let's get it plugged up. What you're listening to right now is the Rode Studio NT1, the Signature Series studio condenser mic. That's a lot to say, but this is the Rode NT1 based on XLR, connected via the Rode Streamer X and running into Adobe Audition. We're recording in 32-bit right now, even though I think this only supports 24-bit internally. The project is at 32-bit, not that that changes anything. But what you do need to know is we're about a foot away from it right now. I've kind of tried to already gain match, but my editor will go ahead and push up and down the gain to make sure that it's actually at a level for video, but we're doing no post-processing at all. I've turned off all filters, all everything. This is raw audio that you're getting. All we're doing is gain matching so that it is good for video. Again, I'm about a foot away. And what I'm gonna do is we're gonna do some basic tests with this microphone. I'm gonna go ahead and get closer to it. We're gonna do some plosive tests. I'm actually going to turn the mic around. We'll take it off of the stand and we're going to put it onto a boom arm, and I'll talk about some things that I've already discovered using it, and then we're going to listen to the sound samples together and see what your thoughts are. All right, so this is a sound test of the Rode NT1, and I'm currently going to get a lot closer to this microphone. I'm speaking at a normal tone. We're about 3 inches away from the front of this microphone, speaking through the actual pop filter, and I'm going to do some plosives, pop, 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 and you can go and see whether or not that's going to come through. Poppy pop, 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 pop. All right, now we're gonna back up. I'm currently about 2 feet away from the microphone. This is a good solid 2 feet away, and you're gonna be able to tell what this microphone sounds like if you have it a little further away from yourself or from the talent that you're working with. Again, this is the Rode NT1. All right, I'm about 3 to 4 feet away from the Rode NT1, and I'm speaking at the same volume that I was prior. All we're gonna do is adjust, again, the gain matching so that you can hear what that background sound is, so you can understand if you were to use this microphone from a far distance, maybe miking instruments, this is what you might expect to hear. All right, now I'm going to go ahead and move around the microphone. This microphone does have a cardioid pickup pattern, so as I move, which is what I'm going to do, as I move around this microphone, you should start getting a little bit less and have some audio distortion. Now I'm going to go ahead and actually spin the mic, and here I am actually talking into the back of the microphone, no pop filter, into the very back. And I'm going to slowly work my way back around to the front of the mic. I'm going to spin it. And then here I am at the front of the microphone for you to be able to hear. Again, I'm about a foot, maybe about 8 inches away from the front of this microphone and the diaphragm of this mic. Next, we're going to go ahead and put it on the boom arm, and I'm going to be speaking off axis, not directly into it, but off to the actual side of it. We're going to have it up and out of the way, maybe flipped upside down, and then also down low to where it's actually coming in front of me, just like what a streamer or a content creator would be able to use. Let me set that up for you. All right, this is the Rode NT1. Again, I'm speaking off axis from it, and if I look directly at it, we're about 6 to 8 inches away. And again, I'm speaking to it at this distance. And honestly, as far as a condenser microphone goes, this is not something that you would really use maybe this close. Maybe you would if you're doing vocals or something, or if you're a really loud person or a player on a game. You might want to back this up a little bit. You can always put a compressor on, but you can use however you want to be able to do. And also, by the way, this entire raw audio that we're going to use from this, we're going to cut it up, and it's going to be on my actual blog, which is going to be on my website. So if you want to hear what the sound of this microphone is raw without YouTube compression, check the link in the description. Go grab that download and you'll be able to hear it for yourself on your amazing listening setup, you audiophile people. Have fun. All right, again, this is kind of where that is. What I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna move it away from me This is about a foot away from me. Obviously, if I was doing some kind of game streaming, I wouldn't be dead on to the camera, but if you're doing it and it's kind of off frame, this is kind of what you would expect for it to be, maybe about a foot away of you and kind of speaking off axis and just kind of moving around. You can kind of judge how that might be. I'm going to back up. I'm going to move forward. All right, and here's the actual microphone that just actually boomed in front of me, kind of down low underneath. You're probably going to get a little bit more of that chesty vibration from my voice right here, but here's the microphone just down low if I was using it as a boom and booming it directly in front of me. Now I'm going to do one more setup that a lot of streamers do. All right, now I've got it kind of up and out of the way. It's above my mouth, so you're getting probably a little bit more of that nasally sound from my voice. Nasally. Anyway, so I'm still about a foot away from this mic, but if I was to use this and I wanted it up and out of the way, this would probably be how I used it so that I could still get up here and kind of do some really fun, I don't know, seductive words to be able to say, you should go buy this microphone and use my affiliate code down in the description when you do to support the channel. Thank you, Rode, for sending this mic over for review. You're fantastic. Thank you. All right, I'm going to go ahead and pause this recording. We're going to listen to all of these samples. I'm going to come back and give you my final thoughts about this microphone. All right, I just finished listening to these and I definitely have opinions, but let me go ahead and preface this and say, this is the 5th generation of this microphone, of this capsule of everything about the NT1. This is the 5th generation, and even of that, this is the Signature Series. They just released the 5th generation, the actual original of this, back in, I believe it was February or March of 2023, and now this is the more updated version that I think is supposed to be cheaper. You'll have to check out the price down in the description. I don't think we discussed it ahead of time, but what I will say is, based upon what I heard, here are my thoughts. On this channel, we cover budget microphones a lot of times. Like, this is the Fifine K669C. This is a $36 condenser microphone, kind of like the Rode as it being a condenser cardioid microphone. However, if you listen to any of those tracks, and I'll link that video down in the description, I'll even put the tag up here so you can go and actually check it out, where I did the review of that mic with other budget microphones. Listening to this one specifically, it is clean, it is clear. My voice, I don't think has ever sounded as natural as it does on a condenser microphone. I just love the way condenser mics sound with my voice regardless, which is why I'm recording with the Samson CO2 going directly into my FX30. But when it comes to streaming, a lot of people lean to dynamic mics like the SM7B because they want that noise rejection. But the truth is, man, there is nothing like a good, well-tuned condenser microphone for recording situations, and in this case it is wonderful. As far as streamers go and people who are watching this content and thinking, should I grab a condenser microphone and take a look at it, the truth is, hopefully you can hear based upon my voice, and if you can't, go listen to any of my other reviews and compare to those. From my perspective, I'm going to actually throw it into my setup and use it for 1 month, and I'm going to see whether or not I don't like how wide open sound it is and how I have mechanical keys on my actual keyboards and everything. But the truth is, we already have stuff for noise suppression, and even on my SM7B I run noise suppression. I don't know, I'm kind of going on a rant when it comes to that, but back to the initial thoughts. I felt like this microphone performs well. I'm only using 31 decibels of gain to power this microphone with the Rode Streamer X, and it has been flawless. It has been great, and I think that for the cost, if this was around the $200, maybe even $250 mark, that means it's around the PodMic USB price. And seeing as it's a Rode product and it's had multiple generations of this one for them to tune to this diaphragm to get this good a sound, I think it's worth putting the money behind it, especially if you're in a recording situation. This is going to be used for instruments. You're going to be using this for voiceovers. You're going to be using this for game streaming, and you want to really level up your stream, but not have to use a dynamic microphone because they do treat your voice a little differently. Roast me in the comments, audiophiles, if you want, but your voice does sound different on both mics, and it's because of how those different capsules work. This is really wordy, but the truth is, this microphone definitely gets my seal of approval. I think it sounds great, and if cost wasn't a problem and I had to pick this over the SM7B, I don't know. I guess I'll have to come back and we'll do an actual dedicated review between this and the SM7B. Comment down below in the description, should I replace my SM7B with a condenser microphone? You let me know, and we'll do an update video later probably next month. Guys, thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed this review. If you want to go pick up one of these, and I highly encourage you to do so because I love the sound of it, or you want to go pick up the Streamer X, use the affiliate links down in the description. This video is not sponsored by anyone. However, if you use those affiliate links, it's going to support the channel. I'm not begging you for money or whatever the case, but if you do, it'd be nice if you supported the channel, especially if you got value from this. If you did get value, please hit it with a thumbs up. All that YouTube stuff, check out these videos here. I'll put up the budget condenser mic video right here as well. There's even raw samples for that one as well that you can get from my website. I love you. You're great. Bye.